Hello, this is Daryl as a service coming live-ish from regarding Office 365. I'm going to be doing some reporting, live streaming at a couple of conferences coming up, and one of them being the Digital Workplace Conference in Australia in a couple of weeks' time. I'm trying to work out a effective way to live stream to get that content somewhere where we can view it and embed it and create stories around it. And I've been toying around with a few different platforms as you've followed my journey. I've been doing YouTube Live, I've been doing Facebook Live and Periscope. They all have their strengths and weaknesses. What I've landed on is using Periscope at an event. Now the advantages are that you can hook into all the social stream, because Twitter is probably one of the more common ways that people share their experiences while they're at an event. They use hashtags and the like. So I'm going to be able to do that via Periscope, and the challenge for me is like how to get that content from Periscope into YouTube, then from YouTube into a story. So I'm going to take you through that workflow. I'm also going to try and use this as an opportunity to demonstrate how I'm doing it, and end up with an article that you'll be able to read. And at one point here I'm going to be streaming via Periscope. It's going to look a little funny to some people joining me, so I'll do a recap, let them know what's happening, and then eventually I'll embed this whole recording into the story so it makes a lot more sense to people when they read it later. So let me take you through the workflow. Okay, so we're going to use Periscope. Now, a key thing about Periscope is you need to use the Periscope app. I've been trying another app that allows me to produce other content and put flashy things all over the top of it with layers, but the Periscope app is the one that will save it to the camera roll, and that's the key thing. You want to save it to your camera, or rather to your phone, so that you can then upload it to YouTube. So I'm going to be saving it to the phone. Key thing is you've got to have it start out as landscape too. I have found that if you don't have it sitting as landscape before you hit go live, then it does some really weird orientation thing, and you'll end up having a video that's recorded in landscape, but it's oriented in portrait. And you're going to then flip it over, and yeah, anyway, bit of a hassle. Now I'm throwing an AirDrop and an iPad into the mix. What I want to do is try and manage my storage and also do the upload into YouTube from my iPad, because it gives me a bit more control. Allows me to grab things like the embed code, and I'm also going to be able to produce my story from there. Now you can upload directly from your iPhone if you've got the YouTube app, and you know, you can do that, but I want to be able to have a little more control, and it's also going to help me to manage that storage. I can remove the video off the phone after I've done the AirDrop onto my iPad, and then I'm free to do another stream while things are happening over here on the iPad. So I've uploaded it to YouTube, and then from YouTube I'm going to take that story and embed it into a Medium story. Now from a Periscope perspective, yes, you can embed a Periscope. You can embed the tweet. What's a ped? Embed the tweet, but the tweet, sometimes different platforms have restrictions on what can be embedded, and sometimes tweets are excluded from that. So the content tends to live on a lot better within YouTube, even though the live experience and chat and the like is not as cool or as interactive. So I'm going to take you through this process. I'm going to be starting up that live stream. Let's just get over here. Now this is what's I had a bit of trouble trying to get it going before and did this really weird Periscope thing. So let's hope that it does this work this time. And as I go live, I'll introduce to people what I'm doing so that we know what's going on. Please work. Please work. We are live. There we go. So this is Daryl as a service for regarding Office 365. I am using the regarding Office 365 account for Periscope. I'm going to try and build up an audience there. What am I doing? Well, I'm actually recording this over on my desktop as well. I'm going to try and show you a story or a workflow of being able to record via Periscope, stream out and talk to the live audience. Take advantage of hashtags and the like when you're at an event. Then I'm going to take that video, which is going to be saved to the camera roll, and push that onto my iPad, and from my iPad push it up to YouTube. I can then take it from YouTube and then drop it into a Medium article where I'm producing the story around that. So this might look a little confusing, but you will see the complete story and the recording that I'm making over on another machine later. So look out for that. I'll share it, and catch you later. Bye for now. Alright, so we've got that far. We've recorded the story. It's there, it's on the phone. And we'll just empty that off over there. I don't know if it's actually still saving off to my phone. I think it's reasonably quick. So if we get into my photos, actually I was going to show you within Periscope where that setting is. Bother. Yeah, so this is Periscope, right? Periscope will then always go portrait. So let's try and change this a little, and we'll get into the settings. So the settings that you're looking for are these two here. Let's blow that up a bit so we can see them. Auto save to camera roll and save in high definition, because we do want a high definition video. So let's get on with having a look at how I get that up to YouTube. We'll go into my photos. So it's proven me wrong. I've still got to work this out, right? It looks like my videos are still landscape portrait oriented. But anyway, we'll go through the flow, and then I'll figure this sort of stuff out later. So the idea being now is that I'm going to go into this video and share it via airdrop. So yep, that's the one I want. I'm going to wait for the airdrop and then go yes please. Okay, and so that's dropping down onto my iPad, and now we'll turn that off. Really want to get that orientation thing sorted out, see if I can figure that out. Must have been with all my playing around. So we'll turn that off. We'll click on over to the iPad, turn that on there, and get the more appropriate. Yeesh. Drag that over. Okay, and here we go. So it would have actually been better, of course, if I had got this to work correctly, gone with the orientation of landscape, but you get the idea. So there we go. We are now over onto, oh, I know what that is. Yeah, so we go back to all photos. There we go. It's just because it's trying to do the AirPlay and do it in the orientation that best would be suited to showing this on the screen. So we have the photo. It's available to upload. We'll work out orientation later. We now need to get over to the YouTube site and upload it. So here we are on Regarding Office 365. Please subscribe. I'm 11 away from getting a decent URL for our site. We'll get into select pictures to upload, our photo library, and all photos, and grab that video there. So that's the one that I do want to use. And there we go. So we can give this a, ooh, funny, kind of just disappeared on the AirPlay there for a little bit on the recording. Have we got our keyboard connected now? Yep, so we'll give this a decent title. Office 365 test of Periscope to YouTube. Alright, that should do. Processing, right, so relatively quick because it is quite a quick stream that I performed. So it may take a little while longer, and it also depends on what kind of bandwidth you've got available at a event. And that's usually in kind of a short supply, but if you set up well and maybe you've got permission from organisers or the like, you might be able to get yourself a connection where you can whack in a portable access point like I do. Right, so we have it uploaded. It's figured its stuff out there. That orientation's really annoying me. Maybe YouTube has something to be able to flip it around, perhaps. Publish. Yep, we'll publish that. And we'll go through to the watch page. Woohoo! Nice little alert there to say that I've got the yeah, let's grab that, select all, copy. Actually, it's probably an easier way to do this. Return to editing. Your video will be live at this, connected to AirPlay. Not quite what I'm after. Oh yeah, no, it's not sort of doing a confusing AirPlay thing there. Ooh, AirPlay cannot play this video from Microsoft Direct Show. Okay, so we'll leave that for now. The video is on screen, but let's oops, get rid of that video there and go back over to our site, because what we want to do now is grab our embed link. Let's get back to our embed, and actually no, this is enough, isn't it? Because in Medium it takes that link and it turns it into an article. Let's go back over to our Medium article that we've got here, and I've got my Medium article, the idea being that I can just get on down to here and paste. Oops, paste that. Now, does it turn a shortened link into a video? Yes it does. It embeds it, and here we go, we've got our crazy strange orientation of the video. But hopefully that takes you through the main flow of things. So it's going from periscoping and being, you know, part of an online audience live and doing reporting and talking to people. Then you're taking that video, airplaying it, or airdropping it rather, onto your iPad, and then uploading it to YouTube and embedding it into a story. So there's a few things to tidy up there. I've still got to figure out about how to get that horizontal orientation going. The articles that I read said that all you had to do was make sure that you started out as horizontal on Periscope as far as the app is concerned. I think when I was changing between various things, trying to demonstrate stuff, it might have lost its orientation at that point and saved it as a portrait video. Enough of the explanation, but you get the idea. That's how I plan to do it. So just to recap: Periscope, landscape, figure that out. Save to phone, we did that, showed you where the settings were. I airdropped to the iPad so that I could then, you know, free up storage on my iPhone and do some of the more controlled producing from the iPad. Upload to YouTube, and then I embedded it into my Medium story. So what I'm going to do is take this same recording and I'm going to embed that into the story so that you can see how I followed through that. So sorry about the little fumbles and bumbles as we find things out along the way, but hopefully this has been helpful, and thank you very much for tuning in. Bye for now.